Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And we have gotten, finally, the Octagram gear and also Season 2 of Ranked Valor Cup. So I guess I know we got the news that they were going to drop the gear, like, sometime, but they never actually put a date on it, and then they never put it in the shop, so we're like, where's the gear? Well, it's come with Season 2 of Ranked Valor Cup, and it works the exact same way. It's 40 battles of progressing difficulty. The more battles you win and the better you do, the more points you get, and then at the end of the 40, your total score is placed against all the other people who have participated, and, the highest score wins. Now, however, one thing to note is that now we have this new currency, this new forge material for the Octagram gear, and looks like first through 50th place gets 6 of these ores, and then 51 all the way to 200 gets 5, and then it goes down progressively as you drop through the tiers until you just get nothing at 5,001. So this is the materials that's required to awaken the Octagram gear. You can buy the Octagram gear in the shop right now, and it comes at awakened 1 star, which is pretty nice. So here it all is. It costs 50 emblems to get 1 piece of gear. So it costs half of a unit to get just their weapon, and it costs a full unit to get their weapon and gear. Of which case I say, no thank you. I have 173. I have every Octagram unit. I have a dupe in Valentine, but I still, at that end, only have 173 left. I don't feel like spending 100 of them to give Valentine gear when I've already made gear for her. Yeah, it's not Awakened 6-star gear, but thanks to some of the whaley players in my Discord, I have some examples of what it would take to awaken such things. So here we go. Here's a level 100 Valentine with a fully awakened, fully rerolled Dark Book, and it gives her 5465 for attack. And this awakened 1-star book gives 5085. Now we have 5 more levels to go, and you can see that it gets 10% for a dark character versus 12% when equipped to that specific Octagram unit, which is fine, an extra 2% to the attack. I don't think it's worth it, right? Not when you have to, you have to buy the thing for 50 emblems, or 100 emblems if you get both, because it looks like he got both, yeah. And then it takes 1 ore to awaken it 1 star. And since, he hasn't bought any of it, because we haven't received these, or we haven't, received any of these as rewards, we don't know if it's going to be, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5. It could be 1, 1 and then 2, 3, 4. We don't know. All we know is that if you place, highlight, you get 6. So you can probably get your gear up to like Awaken 3 or Awaken 4. If you have both. If you have just using 1 piece, maybe go to Awaken 5. But at that point, it's like, you gotta play Ranked Valor Cup for one, which is not everyone's cup of tea. Because still, these rewards are pretty not great. They've added 1 extra thing, which, whoop-de-doo. But otherwise, there are still no crystals to be had. There is no, flashback currency. It's all just Valor Cup coin and the big dick aura energy and the little trophies that you can build. Like, hooray. It's not worth my time to play 40 matches. And especially not worth it if I have to, reforge all this gear. Because if we can check that, it does... Actually, well, I don't know if it comes reforged already, or if you have to do it yourself, because I don't know if he actually did it or not. But, this ain't worth it. Maybe, when you get up to Awaken 6-star to match the book, maybe its base stats will be higher. In fact, you know what? Actually, no, it just gives us the minimum values, doesn't it? In the news. Let's go check that out real fast. Bizarre lineup details. That's the units. Attack and defense max. So 1778, 739. 739 is the total amount that it'll give you, which seems a little weird. Hold on. Where's that picture? Okay, so that's 396 versus... Okay. So at Awakened, it'll give you 739 attack. So what does a fully awakened piece of gear give normally? Who has one? Space Millum does. Equip. How much do you give? Okay. 739. It gives the same amount. It's just, you get that extra 2% when you equip it to Valentine. So it's the same end result of number. It's just you get an extra 2% on top of this when you put it on Valentine. That's not worth it. That's not worth the cost, the time, and the effort that you need to get these things awakened. And you won't even get that high, probably, until you play at least 2 rounds of Ranked Valor Cup. Because we didn't get this for, Season 1. We're going to get enough in Season 2 to fully awaken a piece of gear, I assume. But, that's going to be another month. It's going to be 80 total battles. A lot of time commitment when you already have awakened gear. If you have awakened gear for them. If you don't, then, I don't know, if going for this is your best option. You don't have any OCTAGRAM units, and you're like, oh, but we can get really strong gear. Yes, technically you can. But it's only going to reach its maximum potential if you buy the OCTAGRAM unit that it goes to. Of which case, you've just spent 100 emblems instead of buying a unit, you bought gear. It's not a good trade-off. I don't see it. I don't have fully awakened gear for any of these units. Why? Because I don't use any of these units that much. You're okay. You're not good. You have begun to gain relevance again. You're not good. You're the best out of all of them, and I use you as a support. You're a support unit. You're not meant to do damage. You're meant to give me my extra 60% alt gauge and get the hell out of my front line. There are some people that you can use her as DPS. 100%. If she's level 100. If she has awakened gear. And at that point, maybe you can do it. But other than that, normal players are going to have her 80, 84, 92, but she's here to support Dark Millum. She's here to support Hinata, or Raphael, or someone else. She's not meant to be the current DPS, so why would you go out of your way to buy gear that costs the same amount as buying her herself, or costs more than a dupe of her, to get this gear of which you already have gear made? I don't get it. I don't think it's a good trade. I mean, you can obviously do what you want with OCTAGRAM emblems. I personally will not be buying any of these. None of these are worth it. I have gear already made for every single one of these units. I don't see a reason why I need to use materials to do another piece of gear. When, personally, all my other units have gear. So it's I can't just take the gear that I have for Valentine and put it on someone else, because they already have it. Right? I know that's not everyone's thing, but I do. So there's no point. There's no point in me buying this and then, playing ranked and then sending the crystals. I'll stockpile the crystals and wait for something else. I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever let us do anything more with those crystals, but I sure as hell am not going to buy this. And I don't really recommend you buy it either. Existing players who, they have seen what all 8 of these units can do. Right? 7 of these units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I'm bad at math, alright? And I've had a beer. Give me a break. They know that these are the only 2 that's worth it. And if these are the only 2 that's worth it, they've already made gear. Newer players who don't know anything about these units, please watch my showcases for them, look at my tier lists, and understand that only Millum and only Valentine are absolutely worth it. Right? And even Millum's kind of falling off. Romaris is a really good healer. You don't need her. Leon, don't need him. Daggerel, don't need him. Dino, definitely don't need him. Guy, if stun becomes more prevalent, sure, I can see it being worth. But just buy the unit. Buy the unit, not this gear. Make your own damn gear. That's just my opinion, though. So, let me know what you guys think, knowing that it has the same total stat value as just a normal piece of gear. It just gives that extra 2%. 12 instead of 10. Let me know if you think that's worth it. What would you have done differently? But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later. Oh, and I will be streaming Ranked Valor Cup. I'll probably do the same thing as I did last time with 25 battles and then 15 battles this week, because it goes on until next Sunday. So I'll do that sometime this week. Bye, guys.